Ulysses S. Grant once stated, "The friend in my adversity I shall always cherish most. I can better trust those who help to relieve the gloom of my dark hours than those who are so ready to enjoy with me the sunshine of my prosperity." And wow, do we have a lot of friends. Let me send out a special welcome to all of the families, faculty, and staff who are joining us for this celebration of life excellence. And there goes Coach Wickham, adding her enthusiasm. There we go. Thank you for being with us today. We are excited to have you here as we honor individuals and teams for their achievements during this past year. Over the past several months, our world has experienced circumstances that have been described as unprecedented. And for all of us, the pandemic posed challenges and raised questions that none of us could have imagined. There has not been a situation in my lifetime where we have had to cancel championships or an entire season of competitions, leaving us with so many questions. This is the moment where one sees the value of the liberal arts experience. The complexities of our decision-making a month ago and now require thinking beyond a single piece of information or even discipline of knowledge. As Valerie Barr, the chair of computer science and great friend to our athletics program, shared in a department chairs meeting, the value of the liberal arts education is not only in getting the right answers to the questions facing society. The liberal arts education helps us to ask the right questions to begin with. I am proud of how our alma mater has boldly asked the right questions to move all of us forward. It is also the scrappy and resilient spirit of our community that has enabled us to look at each day as a new opportunity to reimagine Mount Holyoke and our athletics program. For our athletic trainers and associate directors of athletics, your all-in mentality made miracles happen when we needed them most. You made senior games happen in a matter of hours. NCAA waivers to transition our recruiting to an online format were granted to Mount Holyoke before anyone else. Beautiful, inspiring videos were created to support and promote our community and work. This can-do attitude not only helped us with our immediate needs, but also has provided great innovation that will serve us well in the future. Our coaching staff. Our coaching staff is second to no one. Over the past month, I have facilitated national calls with Division III directors of athletics, and I know that Mount Holyoke's coaches claimed their agency earlier in this pandemic than others. They continue to create opportunities for connection and growth that speak to the spirit and value of the athletics experience. I have no doubt that as difficult as this transition has been, our student athletes were better prepared for this adversity with strategies to care for themselves, alter their game plans, and embrace the learning that this situation provided. Finally, I am grateful for all of our student athletes who have worked in many different ways over the past month and really this past year to not only maintain the bonds of our community, but also to strengthen them. Your vision, enthusiasm, and commitment to one another and our beloved Mount Holyoke say quite clearly that Lions Nation has never been stronger or more alive. Now it is my pleasure to invite the Vice President for Student Life and Dean of Students, Marcella Runell Hall, to offer her remarks. Marcella.
Thank you, Lori. I know that was so great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm giving very brief remarks because I know we're all being very brief. So first, let me just start by saying thank you for inviting me to do this. Thank you for all of you that are on. I wish I could see your faces, our student athletes and our faculty members who are here as guests, but thank you all, panelists and everyone, coaches, staff, everyone who put this together. I am so proud of all of you, the students and the team, for what we have accomplished this year. And Lori just gave a really incredible overview of the sort of before and after of what this year has been like. And I've used the comparison to a roller coaster ride many times in the last 6 weeks, because that's what it's felt like. A lot of highs and lows, remarkably. You know, that feeling of despair and that feeling of unbelievable pride and hope. And I think we've all had varying degrees of that. So a couple things that I want to say. First is that I'm so honored to have been in the athletics family for this last year officially. Having athletics become a part of the Division of Student Life has been an extraordinary experience for me personally, and I think for our entire division. And a couple of highlights from the year that I wanted to shout out. You know, many breakfast meetings with the SAC e-board. Thank you. The SAC e-board from the fall and the spring for getting up early to be with me and to brainstorm all the cool things we could do together. I loved our collaboration around the toy drive. That was one of those moments back in December when we all pulled together. That was a real high when we could all be together and give back and do things, you know, for the sake of the community. The NCAA convention, getting to be there with students and staff was amazing, but perhaps even more amazing was debriefing it with the entire SAC over popcorn and trivia later, the night of the Academy Awards. I believe it was the same night. I still want to rematch on the trivia, but we'll come back to that another time. But more importantly, you know, from tours of the Equestrian Center to Girls Inc. with basketball and volleyball, to celebrating the successes, the wins, the victories, the individual awards, the team awards, there's been so much to be proud of and to be thankful for. And so I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful to have been a part of this and to bear witness to, and I'm so encouraged and inspired and excited about what is to come. But today we are celebrating our seniors and we are celebrating our award winners. And so this is all about you and the leadership that you have shown and the seeds that you have sown into Mount Holyoke. And so on behalf of President Stevens and the Board of Trustees and the other cabinet members of the college, I just want to say the biggest, most sincere, heartfelt thank you for representing Mount Holyoke in all the ways that you do. We appreciate you so much. And to that end, I have a little surprise for you. Last year, I read a little poem for you that has become a little bit of a tradition, I would say, at campus events. We love traditions at Mount Holyoke, but I have the actual author of the poem here with me. And so she would love to come, and if that's okay, she would love to come and hear, you know, and have you all see her and participate in this way. So come on. This is Aaliyah. Hi. So many of you, most of you, I hope at this point have seen Aaliyah around. This is my 9-year-old daughter, soon to be 10, who, by the way, absolutely wants to start playing basketball now. So thank you so much for that Girls Inc. Day where she got to try that out. Maybe volleyball next too, Iris, right? Okay, but she's got something she would like to read to you all.
I love Mount Holyoke. I love Mount Holyoke. I think you do too. I love it so much. It would be the place I have strength and courage. There is love there, and there is hope there. It is beautiful. It has faith and kindness. Everybody there is able to say what they need to say. There is culture and history. I love Mount Holyoke, and I think you do too.
Thank you. So on that note, I just want to say thank you again. Congratulations. I'm so proud of all of you.
Thank you, Dean Hall. You are a phenomenal leader and have been great inspiration and support for our department. Thank you. Thank you very much. Each year, we host a Scholar Athlete ceremony in addition to the Athletics Awards celebration, where we honor those seniors who have raised the bar on academic achievement for all of us. The Scholar Athletes select an MHC employee whom they identify as being an important part of their MHC experience. This year, Assistant Professor of Economics, Dr. Norling, has been identified for his role as advocate and supporter of our Scholar Athletes. Please welcome Professor Norling.
Sorry, I was getting it unmuted. So, Thank you for inviting me to speak. Congratulations to all of you for finishing the year and your team seasons. Particular congratulations to the graduating seniors, the scholar athletes, and all of today's award winners. One Saturday near the end of January this year, I attended a home basketball game. I don't remember the score or who won, or I don't remember even who the opponent was. What I remember was watching the bench and a player, Caitlin Grover, whose senior season was basically over due to injury. She was cheering on and encouraging and supporting her teammates, and doing so rather loudly. I have seen the same among soccer players who are injured but still participate in practice, riders who aren't competing but stay through an entire 8-hour-long horse show in the freezing cold. The disappointment of missing out on competitions that you have waited and practiced months or years for is crushing, and it's a feeling that most of you know. Your response to it, staying engaged, staying supportive, staying a teammate, is among the best representations of a Mount Holyoke College student athlete. I bring this up because of the circumstance that we're all in. Spring athletes have missed out on the end of their season, and every student has missed out on the end of semester on campus. The intensity of the disappointment is greatest perhaps for seniors. I'm speaking to you right now as a member of the faculty, and all faculty are working to understand and respond to this difficult situation. I don't know how other faculty are managing this, but I know what helps me. I ran track in college, which I like to say means that I ran in circles for 2 hours a day, every day. Right before the indoor conference championship my senior year, I pulled my hamstring and couldn't run. I was very disappointed, but the feeling the memory gives me now is not one of disappointment for the races I had already run and for the team that I was a part of. Sports requires a focus on improvement and competition and winning, but sports is also among the best experience we have at shaping. You have all been separated physically these past few weeks from your teammates, from your friends, and from the campus itself. I hope you know how valuable you are and will continue to be to each other, to your coaches, to your professors, and to all of Mount Holyoke. I want to end by thanking two groups. First, thank you to all of you who have taken class with me. One of the highlights of teaching is getting to know you and learning more about your sports. And second, thank you to all of you for playing or running or rowing. It is a privilege to watch you compete in a Mount Holyoke uniform. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Norling. And we look forward to watching more basketball games with you and regattas and riding shows and contests. These are extraordinary student athletes, and we just can't get enough of cheering them on. So thank you for being here with us and for your remarks. Our next speaker was selected by her peers to offer remarks on behalf of the scholar athletes. She is a wonderful horsewoman, scholar, and overall athlete. Please welcome from the class of 2020 an equestrian team, Indra Rapp. Indra.
Hi, everyone. This is extraordinarily strange, and I'd much rather be doing this in person, but that doesn't change how proud I am of us seniors for what we have accomplished. Thank you for nominating me to speak on your behalf. I am so happy to be here to celebrate the 4 years of dedication we have given to not only Mount Holyoke athletics, but to Mount Holyoke academics. Like many of you, I have been an athlete for my whole life. I don't know myself without it, and I can't imagine what my college career would have been like without it. Through athletics, sports, and games, we acquire a community of people we know we can rely on and care for without judgment. We have people who will show up to do the hard work alongside us with the built-in respect of being a teammate. By being on a team, you have people cheering you on, even without knowing them. Being an athlete has shaped me as a person. So much of the discipline and motivation I possess comes through loving the sports that I participate in. And being an athlete has taught me that most things don't come immediately and without hard work. I feel the most strong and powerful when I'm doing something that challenges me. And this is something I have learned through sports. There is incredible power in celebrating strong women, and I am so glad I have gotten to spend the past 4 years working with people who understand this. Two-time Olympian and Boston Marathon champion Des Linden has a motto of keep showing up, which has guided me through my last few years here. Through this motto, I am reminded to keep showing up when it's hard and you don't feel like it's your day, to show up for yourself, for your team, for the people who believe in you, and for the people who don't. For many of us, this is the last time being on a team will be so simple. Since moving off campus, I have started to think about how I can bring my love of sports into my life later on, when I am not surrounded by other people with similar interests and passion, and am without a place to organize it. I encourage you to join recreational teams, your local running club, or any other group that helps unite powerful, extraordinary people like yourselves. Based on these past 4 years, I can only begin to imagine what incredible things all of you will go on to accomplish. Because of your participation in sports, I believe you possess skills many people don't. You have more empathy, generosity, passion, drive, and dedication than most. You know how to celebrate and you know how to persevere. As Mount Holyoke Scholar athletes, we get to be both athletes and intellects. This is something that does not have to change as we leave Mount Holyoke. Each of you is a force of nature, and I believe in your ability to have a positive and powerful impact wherever you go. Whatever you do and whatever you choose to pursue, keep showing up and keep showing the world what amazing people you are. Thank you. And then we also have, oh gosh, Sunny, who doesn't want to be here. Oh, can you sign? And then Sunny. Thanks, everyone.
Way to go, Indra. Wow, awesome. Keep showing up. Absolutely. At this time, we would like to recognize all of our senior scholar athletes. Again, honorees are those senior student athletes who have achieved a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or better through the end of their senior year fall term, and who have completed at least 3 seasons in a single sport, including their senior year. Transfer students who are included must meet the same GPA requirements and must have competed for their entire time on campus. This year's scholar athletes include, from the basketball program, Caitlin Grover, majoring in Romance, Languages, and Culture. A member of both the cross-country and track and field teams, Kayla Dillon, Philosophy. Representing the Hunter Seat equestrian team, sit back because there's a whole herd, Maya Brody, Mathematics. Hanye Chen, Film Studies and French. Angela Cheng, Mathematics and Computer Science. Franny Uramiza, International Relations. Sarah Etzel, Psychology. Emmy McLaughlin, Spanish and Politics. Indra Rapp, Sukar, Biology. Hanami Tanaka, Biochemistry and Psychology. And Harriet Thompson, Economics and Mathematics. From the field hockey team, Michaela Pierce, American Studies. Morgan Turner, Psychology. And Leah Messersmith, Computer Science. From the golf program, Elizabeth Andrian, Psychology and Spanish. Stephanie Spitzer, Economics and Data Science. From the lacrosse team, Juliana Rankin, Politics. Ava Schneiderman, Environmental Studies. From the rowing team, Elizabeth Hazen, Chemistry. Lanny Laronde, Anthropology and French. Hannah LeBlanc, Biochemistry. Haley Mahoney, Environmental Studies. From the soccer team, Hannah Finn Erb, Economics. McKenna Lamb, Biochemistry. Cora Melcher, Art and Psychology. Lily Stewart, Sociology. Abby Tucker, Architectural Studies. From the swimming and diving team, Natalie Burkett, Biochemistry. Samantha Nemavant, music, Sarah Ratzlaff, international relations, and Jane Zhang, sociology and politics. From the tennis team, Ching Huang, computer science and mathematics. Catherine Peabody, biology and East Asian studies. From the track and field program, Charlene Thoreau, politics. Lastly, from the volleyball team, Sasha Samin, biology. I think you can take it off mute and holler out, everybody. Let's give it a giant roar. Woo!
Really good.
Yeah.
Five.
Yeah. Woo!
So,
Yeah,
we will make sure that all of you receive your Scholar Athlete pins to wear proudly at commencement. It is now my pleasure to introduce the coordinator of health education and a great friend of athletics, Karen Jacobus.
Hey, Lions Nation. Sorry that we can't all be together in person, but I am beyond thrilled to be able to award the highest GPA award for the team. So I've brought along one of my flamingos to help me with this honor. Each year, the Department of Athletics at Mount Holyoke College recognizes one of the teams that produces the top cumulative grade point average throughout the academic year. This year's team winner had 20, that's right, count them, 20 student athletes that earned the academic all-conference honors for producing a GPA of 3.5 or better through the fall semester, which is a staggering, can you believe this? A staggering 80% of the roster. This squad outlasted teams such as cross country, tennis, swimming and diving, track and field, and riding, which all by themselves posted better than a 3.6 as a team. With a cumulative team grade point average of 3.7, this year, congratulations goes to the Mount Holyoke College rowing team for earning this year's highest team GPA award. Let's hear it. Yeah! Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo!
3.7, well done rowing, yes.
And now on to Lori
It
for the
is
Athletic Directors Award.
I can barely stand it. And Karen Jacobus, do not go far. It is at the discretion of the director to award an individual or individuals with the Athletic Director's Award for Inspiration. This is given in acknowledgement of significant contributions to the overall experience of our student athletes. And it is with great pleasure that for 2020, I recognize Karen Jacobus.
Woo!
Now, I could go on for hours to talk about Karen's contributions to the department. So many of you know what a great, great friend she is to all of us. Not only has she worked with our drug and alcohol prevention programming and eating disorders task force, but she has been a partner alongside of us in building healthy team cultures, working with our student athlete advisory committee and our captains. Karen, your sense of humor and sense of community is such a part of who we are, and we absolutely love you. When I look across this sea of squares, I think that probably half of the coaches have had you serve on their search committee, and you have helped us to identify great talent and great colleagues. For those of you who do not know, Karen is going to be retiring this year. So she's in a similar space as many of you seniors, having an abrupt end, but it really is never an end because you are always a part of us. And we look forward to many, many more opportunities for us to connect with you. And we look forward to giving you the senior victory blanket when we can all get back together and connect. So please join me in congratulating Karen Jacobus, this year's Inspiration Award winner.
We love you, Karen.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now, in a year like this one, we needed a lot of inspiration. So I'm not done yet. Our second Athletic Director's Award for Inspiration goes to Nancy Perez, the Executive Director of the Alumni Association.
Thank you.
Now, Nancy has brought tremendous energy and appreciation for athletics and knows the value of athletics, its value to higher education. She helped us to launch our sport reunions, which we have postponed but will continue. We know that your teammates may not be in your same class, but they are as important to you as your classmates. And with Nancy's support and leadership, we have moved forward with creating sport program reunions. So you will return to campus to visit your teammates, as well as those competitors who have come before you and those who will come after you. Nancy has continued to advocate and support our alumni contests. She advocated for the 100th anniversary of our riding celebration, and overall has been wonderful energy in just thinking about how we can continue to engage our alumni in the work and in Lions Nation. Now, Nancy is also retiring this year. Thankfully, as an alum, her voice, her energy, and her ongoing commitment to MHC will not be gone, but just redirected. Please join me in congratulating Nancy Perez for her extraordinary support that she has provided to our community and the college.
Thank you all so much. Total pleasure. Thank you so much. Thanks.
I'm pretty sure that I have about 20 more people that could have gotten this award, but we'll hold that for next year. Let me now introduce Erica Lem, the Associate Director of Athletics for Programming. She will announce our All Lions team. Erica?
Hey Lions, I'm excited to announce our 2019-2020 All Lions team. These student athletes who are nominated by their coach best exemplify the missions of their respective teams and our impact team members. These student athletes uphold the values of both the Department of Athletics and the college, and we could not be more proud. From the basketball program, Caitlin Grover. From the cross-country team, Sophia Anderson. From the track and field program, Isabel Wolin. From the field hockey team, Cass Lawrence. From the golf program, Stephanie Spitzer. From the lacrosse team, Juliana Rankin. From the riding team, Hanami Tanaka. From the rowing team, Elizabeth Hazen. From the soccer team, Minerva Vizer Bobea. From the squash team, Mahilia Masarni. From the swimming and diving team, Natalie Burkett. From the tennis team, Catherine Peabody. And from the volleyball team, Braden Walden. Congratulations to all of you. And now we will hear from John Santer with our Department Lion of the Year announcement.
Yes, thank you, Erica. Hello, everybody. My name is John Santer, Associate Director of Athletics for Communications. I have the pleasure of announcing our annual Department Lion of the Year. Now, this year is a little bit different. Obviously, our spring season were canceled, so we felt, as the awards committee felt, as if head coaches should be included in the nomination pool for Department Lion of the Year. Looking at more of their full body of work, so they're involved on committees and whatnot. So the coaches were in that group, and this year's nominees included Associate AD for Programming, Erica Lem, Associate AD for Facilities, Barty Sadlier, Director of Athletics and Chair of Physical Education, Lori Hendricks, myself, Mark McGregor from facilities, and head track and field and cross country coach Chris Kibler. So the department line of the year is annually given to someone that has made a significant contribution to the department for that academic year. This year's recipient was nominated for their hard work all season long and consistent advocacy for our student athletes and department. When Mount Holyoke College decided to transition to virtual learning for the duration of the semester, there were a lot of unknowns, not only within our department, but also on campus, among our regional foes, and within our country. This year's Department Line of the Year showed their true strength as a leader, guiding the department through these uncertain times with transparency, countless hours of work, and continuous meetings with the leaders of the college, where we can all imagine they fought for our student athletes and department members tooth and nail. The Department Line of the Year demonstrated outstanding leadership all year long. And an example of this was when she went to the NCAA convention this past January, stood in front of her peers, and convinced them to turn down legislation that would have had negative implications on our prestigious equestrian program. Starting a YOKE chant wherever she goes, this year's Department Lion of the Year is Chair of Physical Education and Director of Athletics, Lori Hendricks. Congratulations,
Woo!
Lori.
Yeah, Lori.
Well deserved, Laura.
Well deserved.
And now now we're going to move to the Athlete of the Year awards. Lori, we'll save your speech to the end in your closing remarks. But we're going to move to the Athlete of the Year awards. The following awards are given to student athletes or athletes that have had a significant impact on their program during the 2019-2020 academic year. Due to the cancellation of spring seasons, we are honoring 2 student athletes per academic year. One group that competed in the fall and winter, and another for those student athletes on teams that have a spring championship season. First, we'll hear from head lacrosse coach Miriam Esper, who will begin our Athlete of the Year announcements.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to start off the Athlete of the Year announcements. Can everybody hear me? Okay. So I'm announcing the Rookie Athlete of the Year for the fall and winter. The finalists for the Rookie Athlete of the Year for the fall and winter were Lauren Selkin of the cross country and track and field team and Molly Malbuff of the field hockey team. The winner of this award had a tremendous impact on her program this year and contributed to the team's performance day in and day out. Her efforts this fall resulted in her being named the NUMAC Rookie of the Year. The winner of the Fall and Winter Rookie Athlete of the Year honor is Lauren Selkin of the cross country and track and field teams.
Woo!
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Lauren. Woo! And now the head swimming and diving coach, Dave Allen, will announce the Spring Rookie Athlete of the Year.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are. It's my honor to introduce or read off the winner of the Spring Rookie of the Year. There was only one nominee for the Spring Rookie Athlete of the Year. This student athlete made an immediate impact upon getting to campus in September as a local talent, and was named the Lion of the Week on September 23rd after winning a low medal class championship at the preseason Tournament of Champions. So congratulations to Marina McDonald of the riding team for the Spring Rookie Athlete of the Year.
Woo! Yeah!
And now Coach Andy Wickham will be introducing the Fall and Winter Sophomore Athlete of the Year.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Shout out to my field hockey team. The finalists for the Fall and Winter Sophomore Athlete of the Year are as follows. Margaret Robbie Robb from the field hockey team, Catherine Murphy of the swimming and diving team, and Mahilia Methsarni from the squash team. The winner of this award had a fantastic year for her team. She represented Mount Holyoke College on the regional, national, and even international scale. Finishing her sophomore season with an overall record of 16-4, she remains one of the top players among Division III student athletes. Hearty congratulations go out to Mahilia Methsarni. Congrats.
Hi, everyone. Ellen here. Great to see everybody. Congratulations to all the Scholar athletes and award winners today. I got dressed up for you. Well, at least the top half of me did. I'll be announcing the Sophomore Spring Athlete of the Year. The nominees are as follows: Carolyn Flynn of the lacrosse team and Simon Cower of the rowing team. This year's winner exemplified the values of her team by working diligently in the off-season to develop her individual skills, then applied them in the early part of her team's competitive schedule. She is a versatile player that has an impact every time she steps on the field. Congratulations to Carolyn Flynn of the lacrosse team. And next we have head tennis coach Aldo Santiago, who will announce the Fall and Winter Junior Athlete of the Year. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Ellen. I got the finalists for the Fall and Winter Junior Athlete of the Year are as follows. Annika Brooks from the basketball team, Madeline Ryder of the cross country and track and field teams, Hannah Riders of the cross country and track and field teams. This year honoree was nothing short of impressive throughout the 2019-20 season, beginning with a strong fall and in which she earned both all conference and all region honors. This student athlete broke her own record in the women's 5K and landed a spot on the national stage for the first time in her career. So congratulations to Madeline Riders of the cross country and track and field teams. And we got Erin Robson now to announce the Spring Junior Athlete of the Year honor.
Thanks, Aldo. This year's finalists for the Spring Junior Athlete of the Year are Casey Rupke of the rowing team and Sarah Hearn of the riding team. The recipient of this award consistently proves to be at the top of the region in her craft and is described by her head coach as confident, methodical, and a true competitor. She outlasted 12 others to claim a high point rider title with a total of 105 points. Congratulations to Sarah Hearn of the riding team. And now hear from Dean of Students, Marcella Runnell-Hall, who will announce both Senior Athlete of the Year honors.
Thank you for that, Erin. Congratulations to everybody so far. This is so exciting. So I have the great pleasure of introducing Fall and Winter Senior Athletes of the Year. And the nominees are Sasha Simeon of the volleyball team and Samantha Nemivant of the swimming and diving team. Congratulations to both of you for being nominated. The recipient of this award had a stellar senior campaign and was able to compete at the top of the conference and region. This student athlete earned 4 NUMAC weekly honors this season and had their best overall finishes at the NUMAC championship meet. Congratulations to Samantha Nemivant of the swimming and diving team. Congratulations. Hey. So the finalists for the Spring Senior Athlete of the Year are as follows. Juliana Rankin of the lacrosse team, Ching Wang of the tennis team, and Elizabeth Hazan of the rowing team. Congratulations to all of you as nominees. This student athlete was described by their head coach as a leader by example and someone that utilized their actions to positively impact the program on a day-to-day basis. They were also recognized nationally after defeating the number 12 ranked player in the country back in February. Congratulations, Ching of the tennis team. Yay! Amazing. And now we will hear from Mount Holyoke College Alumni Association Executive Director Nancy Perez, also an award winner, who will announce our Laurie Priest Scholar Athlete Award.
Thanks, Marcella. Hello, everyone. And Lori, thank you so much for the recognition. I really, it's just lovely and quite a surprise. Thank you. And I want to talk to you all about the Laurie Priest Scholar Athlete Award. This award is annually given to an exceptional athlete who displays great character and leadership, exemplary scholarship, and is an outstanding representative of our school and the athletic department. There were 2 nominees for this award, and they are Honami Tanaka of the riding team and Hannah LeBlanc of the rowing team. This year's winner has been a significant contributor to her team for the last 3 years and has served as a team captain for the last 2, helping her program reach new heights during her time on campus. Her coach refers to her as one of the top rowers in Division III, while also producing a perfect 4.0 grade point average in the classroom. Congratulations to this year's Laurie Priest Scholar Athlete Award winner, Hannah LeBlanc from the rowing team. Hannah, we will be sending you an engraved cup and also a citation. And so that would, normally I would be giving that to you in person, but we will get it to you, and we're so honored to be able to give you this award. So now we will hear closing remarks from Director of Athletics, Lori Hendricks.
So one last time, let us all applaud this year's team and individual champions. And I ask everyone, all of our panelists, to take it off of mute, and let's give it a huge shout out.
Congrats.
Yeah. Student athletes with their panelists. Let me try this again. YO. We'll work on that. We'll work on that over the summer. We'll get it sorted out by fall. Let me do a shout out to our student athletes all over the world. I'll give you a YO and you'll give me back. I hear it, a KE. Well done. What an extraordinary year. For all of you who are award winners, we will get you your awards either in person or by mail. So those will be coming to you. Thank you to Karen Jacobus and Nancy Perez for all of the life that you have given to our program. And we look forward to continuing to have you as a part of Lions Nation. For our seniors, we look forward to celebrating you on campus and watching you walk in a real Laurel parade. I am grateful for our Lions Nation family. I encourage you to stay safe and stay home so we can be back together in the fall. Let's go, Lions. We'll see you in the next newsletter, video, or Zoom call. Take care, folks. We love you.